Hello PokeMoshPit, I'm Mefesto. On my previous upload of this channel, people left comments saying that they want to see a UE battle from me. So here it is, a UE battle against an amazing friend, an amazing player, TheTenKaichiFighter. And guys, you should definitely check him out because he's just all around fantastic. So I'm gonna predict the Donphan lead and lead off with my Shaman. Now, I'm gonna go for the Hidden Power Ice just because both Seed Flare and Hidden Power Ice are a 2-hit KO due to the sturdy ability, and I knew he had the Zapdos, and the Zapdos was a potential switch in on my Seed Flare. So he gets up his rocks. I'm not really scared of the Ice Shard all that much, so I'm just gonna stay in and go for the Hidden Power Ice again. He switches into Umbreon, and I thought this Umbreon was just a regular, like, special wall Umbreon, so I'm just gonna go into my Victini, knowing that worst he can do is basically toxic me, and Payback isn't going to do all that much because of the new mechanics of Payback and whatnot. So I'm going to predict a switch now and go for the Fusion Bolt. But a Choice Band and Fusion Bolt does like a third. I was like, wow, what the fuck? And then he told me that his Umbreon is like, what's the nature? I think it's like Impish max defense or something, and it's just bulky as fuck. It still has quite a bit of special defense. It's all around great poke. So I'm just gonna go into my Empoleon now, knowing that he can't really touch me at all. He has Toxic, Payback, and Wish Protect. So I'm just gonna set up an Agility, which was probably a bad play, but he went into Zapdos. I don't really know why. I actually didn't understand why he went into Zapdos. He probably didn't know what kind of set I am. Now I wanted to scout what kind of set he is, so I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam, and the Life of 4 boosted Ice Beam does like a fourth, I think, or even a little bit less. That tells me that it is a special defensive set. So I'm gonna go into my Bronzor knowing that he cannot really touch me because I'm a Bronzor. And I'm just gonna set up the rocks, and here I make a bad play. As soon as I clicked on the Milotic, I was like, duh, he's gonna go for the Rapid Spin. Of course, I should have stayed in and kept going for the Stealth Rock until, I don't know, either me or he switched out, or I don't know, I just, eventually I could have set up a Toxic on him, and, you know, things would be a lot different, and just Toxic stole the crap out of him. But nonetheless, I'm gonna double switch, predicting a switch into Umbreon again. I still don't know what kind of Umbreon that is. I mean, he told me that after the battle. I was still thinking that it's just a regular Umbreon. I'm gonna go for the U-turn. He thought I'm gonna V-create, but I don't know, just Victini is just worthless. It's just excuse me. I actually, after the battle, I replaced Victini for Cobalion because Victini is just worthless. So I'm gonna go into Bronzor. He's gonna Wish Up as I Hypnosis but miss. But then I realized that I need Umbreon Toxic in order to take it down. So I decided to go for the Toxic as he switches into Donphan. Now I'm gonna go for the Stealth Rock at this point as he brings in his Arcanine on the Stealth Rock, which was a good move. Now, I kind of want to switch out, and I know he probably is going to predict my switch or some sort of, so I decided to fodder Victini out. He does go for the Wild Charge and takes 1 HP recoil. Now I'm going to go into my Shaman, and I know he can't touch me, and I am faster, actually, because I'm a timid max speed Shaman. And the reason I went for the Earth Power is just because he confused me. He was like, dude, I can be Expert Belt. I'm like, lol, Expert Belt? But then he was just fucking with me. He was just fucking with me. So I kill him off. I kill the Zapdos with a Hidden Power Ice. So it didn't really matter that I went for the Earth Power. But whatever. Gonna go for the Earth Power on the Arcanine, outspeeding it. He didn't know I can outspeed him, but I told him I was timid max. So he's gonna go into Azelf now. I know he's gonna predict my switch and not go for the Flamethrower. He does do it, and I'm just gonna Seed Flare the crap out of him. He's going to die because it's an Azelf and I'm a Shaman with a Stab Seed Flare. So he goes into Celebi now. And I actually win the speed tie because this Celebi is Jolly max speed. Yes, it's Jolly, it's a physical Celebi, but I didn't know in the battle. So I'm going to win the speed tie, and this is going to actually save me from dying, because he went for the U-turn, and that did a lot. It did like way over half. So he's going to go back into Donphan, and since I do have the natural cure, I'm just going to switch out to get rid of the sleep. Going into my Milotic, and I know that I can wall the living crap out of him, and since I have the rest on my Milotic, I can activate the Marvel Scale at any time. So it is a losing battle for him. Although the Earthquake does a lot. Look how much it did. Now he's going to switch out maybe thinking I'm gonna outspeed him. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I'm just gonna rest up, activate my Marvel Scale, protect me from any status problems. Now, I believe I'm just gonna sleep talk because I have nothing to lose basically. Going to go into his Celebi, and I believe I sleep talk is cold, and which was pretty unfortunate because, well, I wanted Dragon Tail to be honest, but I get a burn, and he was like, no, fuck, burn, and I'm like, why, why? But I'm still fearing the Leaf Storm, so I'm gonna switch into my Zapdos, I believe. But after that, he told me that he's a physical Celebi, so the burn was actually good for me. Although he does have a natural cure, so it was kind of pointless. But going to my Zapdos, I don't really want to get Toxic because it's the last thing I want to get as a status problem on my Zapdos. So I'm gonna go into my Bronzor because Bronzor was the living crap out of the Umbreon. So he's gonna Wish. Oh, here I Hypnosis, right, and I miss. And then I realize, shit, I need him Toxic because this thing is an annoying fucking bitch. So I get the Toxic on the Celebi, but he gets the Wish, and that's fucking annoying because yeah, he can just switch out and get rid of the Toxic. So he's gonna go for the Seed Bomb, and look how much he does. I have the Eviolite, I resist it, and I believe I'm max defense. I'm not sure though, but I get a crit on the Gyro Ball, which was pretty unfortunate, but in the long run it didn't really change things, because you will see. And I'm gonna predict the switch back into Umbreon and go for the Toxic, but he goes into Donphan, which was a good move, because yeah, of course, Donphan is Toxic. He didn't want to risk it, basically. Now I switch back into my Milotic, which was a bad move again, because he Rapid Spins again, and I thought he may not Rapid... I don't know what I was thinking here, but this battle was played when it was like 2 a.m. for me, so I kind of made some mistakes, but you know, we all do mistakes. I can do better, but I guess whatever. So I'm gonna get the Dragon Tail on the Umbreon and bring him back into Donphan, which is amazing because I would have some problems if it was a if I brought him into Celebi. So he's gonna switch out again into Umbreon, hoping that I get either Rest, Scold, or Dragon Tail him into Victini. I get the Scold, and I'm like, okay, don't get the burn. Please don't get the burn. Okay, I don't get the burn. Now, my plan here is, since I need this thing Toxic, I'm going to stay in, go for the Sleep Talk. I don't want to go for the Scold. I don't want to get the unlucky burn, because if I go for the Scold, there's always an off chance that I'm going to get the burn. I want him to Wish, and I want him... He basically read my plan right here. I wanted him to Wish and then to Dragon Tail on the switch to Celebi to make the Wish pointless and irrelevant. But he read my plan. It was amazing, I guess. This prediction of my plan was pretty good. So he decided to stay in, get his health back, and I switched in my Bronzor for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm just going to set up the rocks on the switch to Celebi, and he's going to get the Wish. But, I mean, I got the rocks. I guess Gyro Ball would have been a better play, but I don't think it would have killed because the previous Gyro Ball was a critical hit. Now he's going to go into Donphan as I Gyro Ball again, and there's nothing much I can do to the Donphan. And I believe I told him that I miss-salved this Bronzor, and I actually made it heat-proof, so that was a miss-salve on my part. And yeah, I probably should have not told him because, yeah, he kills me off. Otherwise, he probably would have not killed me, but whatever. So, I'm going to go into my Milotic now, and look how much an Earthquake does. That's just insane. So I decided to Dragon Tail him. I get him back into Umbreon, which is amazing because Umbreon can't kill me from that range, and I can just freely rest up and get all my health back again. But he's going to switch into Celebi, knowing that I will probably rest, and I do rest at this point, and I'm like, okay, if it's a physical Celebi, I'm fully invested in defense, although I am calm nature, but I have a lot of defense investments. Marvel Scale is activated, and he has a critical hit on the Seed Bomb. Now, that was pretty unfortunate because although Seed Bomb would have been a 2-hit KO, but I could have switched out or something like that, but I mean, I don't know. That's just unfortunate because I have to go into my Shaman now. Just go. I was like, okay, Speed Tie, go, Speed Tie, go. But he decided to switch out into Umbreon because he didn't want to risk the Speed Tie. And I'm going to rest up here because, again, Umbreon cannot touch me. The worst he can do to me is Toxic, but I do have the Natural Cure and I do have the Rest, so it's pretty much pointless. He's going to Wish up, and I'm going to switch back into Zapdos. I guess now that was a bad play. I was thinking about staying in and wasting some rest turns, but then I thought he can go into Celebi and then just U-turn and kill me in two shots. And he predicted that and went for the Toxic. Now that was a pretty good play. Now my plan right here is I'm gonna Thunderbolt him, thinking that I don't have Heatwave slash what's the name? Heatwave slash Hidden Power Rise. As soon as he wishes, I'm gonna Heatwave, predicting the switch back into Celebi, because I want to get rid of the Celebi, and he reads this plan like a book. That was impressive right there. I was like, wow, dude, you just predicted that plan. He was like, yeah, I know what you're doing, boy. So I'm gonna Roost again, and because I think I'm gonna try to pull off this plan again, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna think that I'm not gonna try it again just because it failed in the first place. And guess what? He predicts it again. I'm like, dude, seriously, you just... And he was like, well, I thought of going back into Celebi, but then I decided to... Basically, he said that he can kill me off that way, and it doesn't really matter which way he kills me. So I'm gonna go into my Shaman now, go for the Seed Flare, and look how much it does. It is a physically defensive Umbreon, but it's still... It does a lot. I'm actually satisfied by the damage. I don't get the Spadaf drop though, which is kind of unfortunate because it means I'm gonna take one more Life Orb and Poison turn. But it's 1v3 now basically. I'm losing right now, and I was like, okay, dude, yeah, this is basically over because he can come in with his Donphan and kill me off with a nice shard. And I was like, let's just have a fan speed tie. If I win the speed tie, it's gonna be a 1-0. If you win the speed tie, it's gonna be a 2-0. And I won the speed tie, so it was just I don't know, it was just basically fun in the end. So yeah, I'm gonna die to poison, and he still had his Donphan that had Ice Shard to kill me off. So that was an amazing game, the TheTenKaichiFighter. I definitely enjoyed it a lot, and you outplayed me, yeah, I gotta say. And Victini sucks. I'm sorry, but it does. So if you enjoyed this battle, give it a like rating. Swing by my channel. I have a lot of Pokemon videos, Team Fortress videos, and COD videos. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this one. I'm Mefesto.